fun lit. All right, guys, it is a pay-per-view week, which means we have to bring back the one, the only Izzy Mania. We are on the road to WrestleMania starting this Sunday. How excited are you that we're finally here?
Well, hello. Thank you so much for bringing me back onto the show. I'm excited to be previewing Royal Rumble with you. I'm excited for Royal Rumble. I think it's going to be good and interesting all at the same time. I know we're coming off of a big pay-per-view from TLC. I thought that was just from top to bottom a fantastic card and show. But this is a big one. This is kind of like almost like tells you in a way that WrestleMania is upon us, it's on the horizon, and we need to start getting ready. So, I'm excited to be breaking down the two Royal Rumble matches with you.
And I'll start off by saying I like how this year it's very unpredictable and there's so many ways we could go. Because I felt like the past 2 years, it was so obvious Drew was going to win. It was so obvious when Rollins and Becky were going to win in 2019. And here, I can tell you, me and you are probably going to have two different winners for both matches. And there's so many different ways we could go.
I really don't have a specific winner. I really don't, but I'm sure, I think I'm going to come to a consistent, a choice and everything. I did see on their story, oh, what are the chances of this person winning? And I was like, wow, that person could actually win. But I don't really remember. Wait, I should pull it up. Maybe I should. Maybe that will work. Let's see. Where is it? Well, let's see. Because I want to see, because I was looking at their story and I was like, all right, WWE. Okay, so they said Bianca Belair. I think she has a pretty good shot.
That's
AJ Styles. I think he has a really good shot. Charlotte, she won. Didn't she win already?
She won last year.
She did.
It feels like 10 years ago, but
I thought Becky won.
That was 2019.
Wow. Nia Jax, I see no chance for her. Daniel Bryan.
I'm going to disagree. I'll tell you why I disagree when I
get there. We'll get into more of it. Okay, so Bobby Lashley, and for those wondering, I'm looking on my phone for on WWE story. Otis, no. Bailey, Dana Brooke, no. Mandy Rose, Mandy Rose. The Miz, no. Cesaro, he's been having an interesting, Jeff Hardy, Peyton Royce, Jey Uso, no. Shayna Baszler, maybe. She has a good shot. Randy Orton, probably. Alexa Bliss, she has a good shot. And then there's other people like Shinsuke, Ruby, and Liv. So there's a lot of people. I know Edge is coming back, so there's a lot. So yeah, let's get right into it.
I'll ask you one question first. What do you think about WWE announcing the entrance 1 and 2 and then 30 on Saturday? Do you think that ruins the whole aspect of the Rumble?
Did they already do that?
They're doing it Saturday on Backstage.
They're announcing. That kind of does.
They're announcing 1 and 2 for the women's and then number 30 for the men's.
30? I wouldn't do 30. 1 and 2, okay, I get it, but I don't know why they're doing that. I think it's dumb. But maybe we get some really big surprises in between for the women's, and then during the men's 20 from 1 to 29, maybe that's going to be a huge surprise. But yeah, I think it's that's a little weird, but luckily there's not going to be any fans, so people can't sneak any pictures of the Tron and everything, which I remember a lot of people were doing last year, so who knows.
Let's start with women's. Who is your surprise entrance?
Oh, surprise entrance. Well, there's not really anybody. I could see a couple people from NXT coming in like they did last year. I didn't really get that whole thing, but I don't know, because I've been thinking about this and I don't want to say it because I'm no, that's way too dumb. But maybe Becky Lynch, I don't know if it's too close with her just having her child and stuff. So I don't know, but hopefully I am hoping for Tessa Blanchard. I feel I'm hoping for her because, she's my girl. I love her. Yeah, I just really hope for the best for her.
So I don't want Ronda. That's been speculated. If you saw
her. How could I forget about that? I really want her to come back. I miss Ronda Rousey. She's fantastic. She's a hard worker. She is the best.
She hinted on Twitter. She was like, if you're gonna bet, look at the betting odds for me to win. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Ronda's the only one I really see. We can have a Ripley, like you said, NXT call-ups. Ripley, I feel like makes sense because she's really done everything she can in NXT. She finished her feud with Gonzalez, so maybe her. But for my winner, I'm going with Alexa Bliss. I do not want a Raw. I don't want two winners on the same brand. So my SmackDown men's winner is on SmackDown, but it just makes sense. I feel like Alexa in this role right now is fantastic. She's really like the best thing on Raw because Raw has sucked the last couple of weeks. So I think Alexa Asuka finally get that title off Asuka, have her like go into something, maybe Charlotte for the non-title or whatever. But we need to make that title worth something because the last time it was defended on a pay-per-view was September. That's a problem. Who do you think is?
Yeah, definitely. Well, okay, I agree with you. Maybe Alexa, she has a good shot in this. You know, she has this new attitude that really nobody can figure out. You know, we saw with Asuka, she defeated Asuka in a non-title match. Like, this is a little weird. Like, Asuka, you know, she's the best. So, you know, Alexa does have a really good chance. But since I just looked at WWE story on Instagram, Bianca Belair, I don't know, she's been having a really good streak recently. I know she's in this whole thing with Bailey where it's like, the obstacle course and the ding dong show and everything. But I feel like Bianca, she might have a good shot in this Rumble. She's very strong. Last year, I remember a lot of people were talking about her in the Rumble because I don't know if she lasted the longest or she was just like,
She
yeah,
eliminated 8 people. She had the
yeah,
most. That's the record.
okay, so yeah, a lot of people were talking about her, and this might be her year to go to WrestleMania and possibly become a champion. But out of the two, I do see Alexa with the bigger chance because, you know, with this new attitude, it's kind of like that. You can't have her lose. You just got to keep her winning.
You can always have, I said this I think yesterday, like you could have Bianca like run the chamber, like how Shayna did last year, how she defeated everybody in that chamber. That's what you could do because I'm assuming there's going to be an elimination chamber. I don't know if that's been announced or if that's where we're going, but that's something you could do because I do see Bianca and Sasha being that match at WrestleMania. I see Bianca lasting the longest on Sunday, probably coming out number one. Maybe I think the record's what, 54 minutes by Natalia. I
I,
think.
I, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think I see her breaking that record. She'll probably get to the final four, maybe final three, but I see Alexa taking it. It should be interesting. I'm excited. We'll see.
Yeah,
Men's.
definitely.
Oof. My fear is Lesnar. That's my biggest fear.
Yeah, I don't see that at all because, you know, if Brock Lesnar wanted to return, he'd want it in front of the crowd. You bring in those t-shirt sales, even though, you know, you have the WWE shop online, still you want that big pop, you want that buzz, you know, you want ESPN to say Brock Lesnar returned, the crowd went wild, you want that pop, and I don't think it's really going to be the same unless the people of the Thunderdome, you know, just go crazy at their house, but still I don't really see Brock. I know Edge is coming into this, but I feel like that's an odd one. But you know, two people that I've been seeing who are kind of like doing really well on both brands is Randy Orton. You know, he's been doing fantastic. I know he's had like this whole burnt face thing. You know, he's a little crispy right now. And then we have Daniel Bryan, who we kind of forgot about him, but recently he's kind of like, and I feel like it'd be such a great story with Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns. You know, Roman Reigns is the ultimate bad guy. You hate him. You want to see him lose every time, but he just ends up winning. And Daniel Bryan, he's like your classic baby face. You love him. He's the family guy. You want to see him win. So I actually see Daniel Bryan winning this Sunday's Royal Rumble.
So I'm gonna disagree, and I'm gonna tell you why. So
Okay.
every time we get into Royal Rumble season, you see somebody just go through everybody and someone looking so strong. And Bryan has lost the past 2 weeks on SmackDown to Shinsuke and Cesaro. And I know he's putting people over. I like that he's doing that. You know, he's going into part-time. This is probably his last full run, but I want someone who looks strong to be the winner. And I'm going to go with Shinsuke Nakamura. I feel like we had to right the wrong from 2018. I feel like you didn't do everything you could have at WrestleMania 34 with him and AJ. And I feel like he's technically feuding with Jey Uso right now anyway. So it's not like you're making up a story out of thin air. It's already there. So I'm going with him. Selfishly, I would love for Rollins to come back. I think that is probably the surprise entrant I see on Sunday, and I would love it if he was the one to dethrone Reigns, but I feel like that's more of a SummerSlam thing, even though selfishly that's what I would want. Do you have any surprise entrants for the Men's Royal Rumble?
That's a tough one. There really isn't anybody I can think of. I guess I don't really I'm not really big fan of Seth Rollins, honestly. So like I don't know. It's hard to pick for the men's. I feel like there's a lot of options you can pick with the women's Royal Rumble. You know, there's so many people out there, but men's that's a little hard to pick. I guess I know everybody's talking about Jay White right now. I've never really watched him too much, so like I'm like, okay. So you know, maybe he's the surprise entrant, but it's really hard to tell with the men's Royal Rumble because honestly, they've announced a lot of people going into the men's Rumble. So you know, you kind of have a little, you don't have a lot of space to move for a surprise entrance.
Thank you, WBT Sport, for doing that wonderful poster and putting that switchblade on there. They even put two, like the CM Punk fist and then the Ronda skirt, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like you're
I don't know.
like CM Punk's gonna come out at number 30, guys. That's it. You know, Fox is his thing. You heard
Yeah.
you heard it here first. But I will ask one more question. So if I don't know if you saw, WrestleVotes had tweeted that they talked to somebody inside WWE and said that they have a finish right now that scares them.
I don't want. Don't spoil me. You're that type of person who reads.
No,
Don't do that. Okay. Oh my god. Don't do that. Just don't. Just stop reading the dirt sheets. They're wrong. Just enjoy it. Be surprised. Don't be like every other wrestling fan. Be surprised. Enjoy the show. Don't go into it and think that I don't know, Jay White is gonna pop up. We're gonna have somebody. Don't do that. Just be surprised. That's the whole thing about the Royal Rumble. You're surprised. There's surprise entrance. It's a lot of fun. So don't do that. I don't know who made that up with the CM Punk X and the Ronda Rousey skirt. Be surprised. Now you've probably spoiled it for me. Thanks a lot.
I was gonna lead into, did you think Goldberg was gonna enter the Rumble? That's where I was leading into.
Okay. That doesn't really make any sense though. I don't know why you would why would you think that? Because he has a match on Sunday.
Because you can have the Goldberg Reigns match that you were supposed to get last year.
Okay, yeah, okay, I get what you're saying, but I feel like we can just start that, you know, Goldberg returns again. But what's the whole thing with the scary ending? What's like, is it the Fiend? Oh, maybe the Fiend comes back, maybe.
I don't know. They just said like something that's like bad and that no one's gonna like.
Oh, well, why'd you say it's scary?
Because that was the word they used. Scary.
Oh, okay. The terrible word choice there, people. Terrible. But yeah, do not read the articles online. I would not do that. Be surprised. And for everybody watching, be surprised. This is what wrestling is all about. Don't try to sneak to the arena that they're at for Royal Rumble and try to take a picture of whoever's Tron and say, oh my God, they're here. Let like the surprise happen for people, okay? Don't read all the articles where it's like, oh my God, I think this person is coming in. They're rising from the dead. No, just enjoy it. Enjoy wrestling. This is what it's all about. Royal Rumble, you never know what's going to happen. It's like a surprise thing. So, yes, I went off there, but I find it very annoying when people are like, oh, look at this. I found this. Wow. There are secrets in the files that there's a new person coming to WWE. Is it Jay White? Yes. Like, just be surprised.
I was literally working and my phone's just buzzing, and I'm like, what are you doing to me?
Unfollow all these people. Mute them. That's what I do. I find myself muting people a lot.
That's tips, guys. Just mute everybody on Twitter.
Yes. Don't, everybody watching, don't like, you know, just enjoy wrestling. That's what I'm trying to say here. Enjoy wrestling. Be surprised. That's what the Rumble is all about. You know, well, number 30 is not going to be surprised. But what if number 29, it is Jay White and nobody predicted it? What if number 29 is Cody Rhodes? Oh my God, AEW and WWE are doing a collab. Don't spoil it, please. Orange Cassidy wins the Royal Rumble. I'd be so happy. Do not spoil it.
I think they should do that. I think they should just have you book like the WAW thing. Just have you do it.
Oh my God, it's so annoying because people are like, oh my God, this is happening. Just be surprised. And then they come up with like the craziest rumors where it's like, I think Jon Moxley's coming back to form the Shield with 2 different people, not Roman and Seth, but 2 other different people, and then we're gonna get AEW and WWE. It's not happening. It's not. The competition, people.
The Shield is dead. Just let it die. It's not happening. Huh. So there you go, people. Don't read dirt sheets.
Yeah, just don't read it. Be surprised.
And I won't ask another dirt sheet question again. So do you want to do the outro?
Sure, why not? We're fired up.
Because you low-key scared me.
Sorry, it's so annoying. It's one of my pet peeves. Anyways, thank you everybody for tuning into our Royal Rumble preview. We had a great time discussing what's happening this Sunday. The Women's Royal Rumble, which is going to be fantastic, and then the Men's Royal Rumble, which is going to be just as great. So make sure you tune in on Peacock. I don't know if WWE Network is around till then. I'm not sure. It has WWE.
March 18th.
March. Okay, so WWE Network. I'm still like trying to get used to that change. But make sure you tune into the Royal Rumble. Also, make sure you tune into some future videos of Kimmy. She's doing some reviews, AEW Dynamite, Raw reviews, SmackDown reviews, all of it. So if you want to get like a full review and feel a part of the whole wrestling world, make sure you tune in right here on this channel. You don't have to go anywhere else. And also, it's free, so you don't have to like subscribe already, people. And also, go ahead and plug yourself in for Twitter.
All right, follow me at Twitter at Kimmy_Dibabui, Kimmy Talks Wrestling on Instagram, and of course this YouTube channel. And make sure to check out all of Izzy's amazing interviews with AEW talent, some TNA, NXT, all that fun stuff.
What? It's Impact. You said TNA. It's Impact.
I can't get used to this. I'm sorry. I'm used to TNA.
Okay, here. So I have some interviews with people from AEW, Impact Wrestling, NXT, and many other promotions. You can check them out. I just did an interview with Chris Bay. I have a couple of interviews on the way, so make sure you stay tuned and everything. So yeah, and you can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and also YouTube. It's Izzy Mania across the board. And yeah, thank you for joining us today. Sorry for going off on my crazy rant about spoiling surprises. That's just probably one of my biggest pet peeves. So yeah, thank you guys. We all love you. Bye.